So I had to re-record this episode because Audacity got rid of it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'm trying to figure out what was I saying. I had got a text message. I thought it was. I'm sorry. I had gotten a text message from who I thought was Amazon, but it was something. Something. I don't know. Some kind of whatever you want to call it. What's the word I'm looking for? Like representative, something like that. You know, who's getting voted in or whatever. But I thought it was part of the Amazon crew that was calling me, but it wasn't. Kind of figure out what was I saying on my last episode. Um, I think I might have been saying that right now I'm using my 528 with EQ. Uh, if you want, go to Lenny B's YouTube page, and he has a page on YouTube where basically his settings. If you're using a Shure SM7 DB or an SM7B, then the settings are pretty much all the same because he's using an SM7B with a cloud lifter, virtually the same thing as an SM7DB. So I started thinking about it, and when I watched this video, I said, "Oh shit, he's basically using the same thing I'm using." So I did copy his settings to my 528 because I was screwing around with it, and it was just I was lost there for a minute because it just wasn't working out. And I went to his page before, and then I finally said, "Okay, let me go back and copy his settings and see how that works for me. And then I'll maybe adjust it a little bit, if I, need to, if it doesn't work for my voice." So I said, okay. And I was kind of done with that. I think another thing that I said on the file that got, uh, deleted by, Audacity, um, I went on a bike ride yesterday because yesterday was my bike ride day, but I usually ride inside. But this time I started to go outside, and I did 10 miles in an hour and 5 minutes. I'm 53 years old, so that's a good thing. Um, I honestly, I'm not gonna say I didn't think I could do it because I knew I could do it. And if it got kind of rough there real quick for a couple times, but I'm just the kind of person that'll push myself through it, and that's just what I did. Um, After that, uh, I did come home and I did get some, some paperwork that I had to fill out from Amazon yesterday through their, I think it's called JJ and Keller, I think. And I had to fill out a couple more pieces of paper for the employment because it's a DOT driver job. So I came in here and I did that. I got done with that, and when they told me I needed a chauffeur's license, I kind of read over the paper yesterday just to do my part because I don't want to go to the office and take the test like 5 times over. I did do that with my CDL, but I don't want to do that this time. Um, so I read the paper last night, and then I got up this morning and I got on Copilot, and Copilot quizzed me on the test and kind of told me a lot of different stuff that I really wouldn't have known reading that little paper. Um, Also, I'm going to get up tomorrow, first thing, and I'm going to do another hour with Copilot. and then I'm gonna go take the test. Because I think at that point I've soaked in some of the stuff and I'm kind of ready. I've let it sit. I've kind of let the information marinate, which is the way that I remember things best is reading them and then giving them a day to marinate, and then they're kind of stuck in my brain after that, and I'm constantly thinking about them. So after that, what else did I do? Well, I came in here and recorded. And I'm not sure if I said this on my last episode. I ended up running up on a plugin that I had, but I kind of gave up on it. It's a podcast plugin. And I was going to use Reaper because I was trying to find a noise reducer. But I went to Reaper and I ended up clicking on this podcast plugin by accident and saw that it worked. I said, oh, okay. So it works on my computer. So I went to Audacity, still works. The only thing, the VST3 doesn't work, but the LV2 version does work. That's the only VST3 that doesn't work in my list of plugins on Audacity. So, and it's the podcast plugin mastering edition. That's the one that seems to work for me. So that was a good thing. After that, that was after that I went and was using my 528 the whole thing, because before I tried it with my EQ off to see how it would sound with just the mic or whatever, and it sounded pretty good. Don't get me wrong. But I cut the EQ on, which kind of makes my voice sound a little bit more forward, gives a little bit more mid, just a hair of highs, which is good. So I did that and recorded the other episode, but unfortunately it got Audacity screws up and then it just crashes on some stuff. But this time I'm recording again with believe it or not, I have a SM7DB and a pop filter in front of it. Primarily because I like to close mic. So, the plosives on a close mic with the bigger pop filter that comes with the mic, it's still, it's still plosives are still getting through, so instead of, doing the hole on the side of my mouth or over my head or 6 inches away, all that kind of stuff, I do up close miking, but to solve the problem of plosives, I use my pop filter. So it definitely cut down the little bit of plosives that I was hearing. So probably now I can probably use my siblings plug-in, and that'll probably get rid of whatever little extra plosives are still there that happen to get through. So now, the plugins that I have, they'll be able to do what they do because they only have a little bit to really to work with. So they don't have a whole, crap load of garbage on the file that they still have to work with, because that's, unfortunately that's not what they're for. So we'll see. But that's it for this episode. What I say? Oh, there was another thing. The reason for me personally, in my own mind, I'm giving myself till I get to 100 episodes, and that's on my other podcast, Stuff You Should Think About. Giving myself till I get 100 episodes to kind of get myself together. That's my timeline. And that's, like I said, that's just for me. That's for me only. That's not, I'm not telling anybody else to do that. Do what you want to do. It's your podcast. But that's what I'm doing for me, trying to get to a good point by 100 episodes where I'm okay with my sound. So that is what it is. You have to kind of set boundaries for yourself sometimes to say, okay, this is what I want to do at this point, and kind of start leveling up a little bit. But like I said, that's about it for this podcast. Hope everybody's having a good day. If you're not having a good day, remember, stop and say, the rest of my day is going to be good. It's not going to be like the day up until this point if the day has been going bad. And that's the way you take control over your day. Don't let other people take control of your day. You take control of the way that your day is going to go. Have a good one.